Hi, I'm Yolanda. I came for several reasons, but the worst problem that I had, and the biggest one I wanted to get rid of, was this awful pain in my esophagus. It really just felt like there was a rod, just a steel rod stuck in my esophagus coming up from my stomach, and sometimes when I would eat, it would just clamp down really hard like a bear trap, and I couldn't swallow. I would just be stuck, paralyzed, afraid to breathe, afraid to move, and it felt like it would take several minutes to clear up. It was probably less than a minute, but it was extremely painful. And even when that did not happen, it didn't happen every time I ate or every day, but this rod in my esophagus, and it kept just getting higher and higher and worse, and that was constant. I couldn't sleep. I'd sit in the bed and think, my God, am I going to be like this for the rest of my life? Because it got that bad suddenly, although I'd had trouble for a few years gradually. And I got to where it was like, if I didn't eat for a while, it would be okay. And then if I'd eat or drink something, it would start going south on me. So I started drinking Cokes. And it says don't do that, but I was like, seems like it's making me feel better for a little while. So I'd start drinking Coke before I ate, and then a Coke after I ate. And I don't drink Cokes. I was just looking for, some kind of relief. And then I'd start drinking vinegar, because apple cider vinegar helps with it. So I'd start drinking that before and that after. I was just constantly looking for something to make it stop. And my mom was like, what's wrong with you? Why are you drinking all this vinegar? But anyway, it didn't make it go away. And I went to a couple of medical doctors, and I was feeling really full from just under my heart area all the way up. And I even told the doctor, I feel like I'm going to explode. I just feel really full. And he didn't say anything. He didn't ask me questions. He didn't write me a prescription. Nothing. And every time I passed this place, several times I've passed it, and something just was telling me, you need to go in there. But I was always too busy, and I thought, well, someday I will. Luckily, I decided to do it the other day, and I really didn't think he was going to help me with this, but I had so many other problems. Anyway, I told him about this, and he started working on it. And it's like, my God, it was so much better just after the first treatment. So I'm like, I'm coming back tomorrow. I'm coming back tomorrow again. Every day I'm coming back tomorrow, because it gets better and better. But I've only had like 3 or 4 treatments, and this thing is like 90% better. I thought my life was over just because of this. And it's like, my God, I got my life back. I was still a little sore. There's some stuff going on, but it's just so much better. It gets better every time. So I hope this helps.
Right, good. It does help. So what can you do now that you couldn't do before?
Oh, well, I can lie down without feeling like I want to get back up, even though I don't feel like getting up. I'm trying to seek relief for this horrible thing that I had. And there was just nothing I could do. So at least it's busy during the day. It bothers you to the point where I couldn't do anything. I didn't feel like doing anything. But at least I could hide in the television show. But at night, you can't. So you're sitting there thinking about how much it hurts. So I don't know if it was actually worse at night, or I just noticed it more at night. But
did the doctors call it anything?
No. They didn't even try to find out. They didn't ask me anything about it. I just told them what I was having, and I don't know what's wrong with the guy, if he never heard of it or what.
Right. Good. Okay. Well, would you like to say anything to anybody who's out there who's having the same thing? What would you tell them?
Oh, God. I would say you need to come here, because there's so many different doctors and different things out there you can try. And I sure hope you have the opportunity to come here first, because you're going to waste a lot of money and a lot of time suffering, and maybe do some crazy drastic things that you really shouldn't do. This is so simple.
That's huge. Thank you. Well,
thank you. No, thank you.
My pleasure. You're welcome. Thanks for doing this.